It's been coming up on a year now since the injury happened. What has this whole process been like for you from the day of the injury through your rehab process and to where you sit in front of me here today?
Pretty much just a lot of rehab. Just pretty much every day just trying to get stronger just to get back on the court. Yeah. The whole summer I did a lot of rehab pretty much. I did 2 times a week in Wichita because I couldn't get in very much because they're so busy down there. But ever since I got back from school, I've been doing rehab every day, and I've been showing a lot of improvement.
Let's go back to the day of the injury, mid-January, against Central Oklahoma, driving to the bucket like you've done so many times throughout your career, just landed wrong, and then the injury happened.
Yeah, I really don't know what I could have did to prevent that from happening, but it is what it is. But now I'm just trying to overcome that and just get back stronger and get back on the court.
When the injury happened, the initial pain, I know you let out a scream, rightly so, but what was your first reaction to when you first felt the pain?
I think I was just more in shock than anything else because it was like a sharp pain, but then I don't know, I think I just had so much adrenaline going that I really couldn't feel anything. I just know I couldn't get up and move like I wanted to.
Did you feel it was as serious as it was at the time?
Yeah, because I was trying to, I was just looking at it, it didn't look right. So I was like, I'm not even going to try to get up because I'll probably make it worse than it already is. So I just stood there and just waited for help.
Immediately went to the hospital. You went through your surgery and everything like that. When they told you the injury timetable, 6 to 8 months possibly being out, what was your initial reaction to that? And did you feel like you weren't going to be able to play basketball again?
My initial reaction, I was mad. I never sat out for that long just not to play basketball. I always every time I get hurt, I usually just play through it. At 6 to 8 months, that's a long time to me. I was just mad. I didn't want to talk to anybody or anything.
When the injury initially happened, there was a pretty good outpour of following over Twitter and social media, wishing you good luck and through this whole thing like that from MIAA teams, other people within the Fort Hays State community, and players up as far as Connor Frankamp. So, what was that like? I mean, did you feel that you meant that much to this community and the conference as well?
At first, I didn't think I did, but once I got hurt, I realized how much everybody actually cared about me, and it meant a lot when everybody was reaching out to me because at that time I was devastated and I didn't know what I was going to do. But once everybody was reaching out to me, wishing me the best, it meant a lot to me and it actually made me keep my head up.
The surgery went well. I mean, you're sitting here right in front of me today. Before you went in, did the doctors explain to you at all what the surgery was going to be like for you?
I honestly, when going into the surgery, I didn't want to know what they was going to do to me. I just wanted to make sure I was going to be good to go. So but everybody kept saying that with people when they fracture their fibula, they come out stronger than they were before. So that was always a good thing to hear. But I didn't want to know what they was going to do to me because I didn't want to think about it going into it.
You mentioned already you spent your rehab, the first portion of it at least, this past summer in Wichita. What kind of things did you do? What activities were involved in your rehab process while you were in Wichita?
When I was in Wichita, I could barely run or jump without a limp. So I was pretty much just trying to get my range of motion all the way back because I couldn't get a calf muscle at all. I couldn't do a calf raise. So that was pretty much my main focus, just trying to get something going out of my calf. So I did a bunch of range of motion, just trying to get all the stiffness out because I had a lot of scar tissue built up down there. So it took pretty much that whole summer just to get that going. And once I got back to Hays, then everything else started coming along where I was able to run and jump.
Let's talk about that now. You're able to work more with a physical therapist now that you are at campus, and so how is your rehab here now you're back on campus different from when you were in Wichita?
I think it's different because in the summer I really couldn't do as much as I can now that I'm here just because my ankle's a lot more stronger than it was in the summer. So I'm able to do more agility stuff and a lot more jumping and just trying to keep getting it stronger so I can be able to jump off of it.
So it was basically Wichita was making it stronger for when you come back to Hayes.
Yeah, pretty much.
When you're going through this, did they say anything that you would lose some of your explosiveness at all? I mean, that's a big part of your game is being able to drive to the bucket. Do they say anything like that, like you wouldn't be as explosive at all?
Well, back in Wichita, my therapist was like, well, you should be just as quick as you was before. You just, as the way my ankle's going now, I won't be able to jump as high, which is fine because I really couldn't jump as high anyway. All I care about is making sure I was still going to be as explosive.
I spent a day with you at rehab before, and your younger brother was there. Mm-hmm. Has he been with you pretty much through this whole process of you getting rehab and helping you out and things like that?
Yeah, he's pretty much been there for me through the whole thing, especially now that I'm able to work out. We've been working out a lot together, and he's pretty much just been pushing me just to get back on the court.
What does that mean to you, having your brother there with you? I know you're a big family guy.
Yeah, it means a lot to me, especially having my brother on the same team as me, which I never got the chance to do. So it means a lot actually being able to be on the court with them, and we know how to push each other and make each other better.
Now, even though you are slowly being able to work out with the team now, one thing that has stayed consistent is you've been able to shoot the ball. I mean, I've seen you on social media and everything talking about how, going to the gym to shoot or asking for a rebound or so. Has the jump shot stayed the same? I mean, it was a pretty sweet jump shot to begin with. Is it still right there?
I think it's right there, if not a little bit better. Now that because when I was hurt, all I did was go to the gym and sit in a chair and shoot, and that actually made me focus on shooting the ball the same way, which a lot of time I really couldn't do. But I think getting hurt probably was the best thing for my jump shot because I actually got to sit there and focus on how to shoot the ball the right way every single time.
Blessing in disguise. Yeah. Now that practices are beginning up and you're getting more involved with the team, what's that like? Because the team, I mean, they hung your jersey in your locker when you got hurt. They had shooting shirts dedicated to you with C and 3. So now that you're slowly getting back and together working with your brothers, what's that like?
It feels like I'm about to play a game. The way every time I go out, step on the court with them, because I haven't played in so long, it makes me anxious and excited at the same time. I love going out there working hard with them because, man, we got an incredible group of guys this year, and all they want to do is work hard, and they know how to play basketball the right way. But going out there, actually be able to run up and down the court with them and actually do stuff instead of just being in a half-court setting, it's so much better than being half-court. It feels so much better.
Now, have the doctors fully released you to do 100%, or are you still having to hold back a little bit when you go through your workouts with your team and everything like that?
I don't know what month it was when I met with them, but they fully released me. They pretty much just said, do whatever you can, just it doesn't hurt you. But so during the preseason, every week I was trying to do a little bit more, and by the time the end of the last week, I was able to do everything, like get up and down, actually play pickup with the guys. So that's good. Now practice officially starts today, so I'm planning on trying to do everything that we can do in practice. I haven't been having no pain or anything. That's good. So moving forward now, I know in early November you start things off with KU, K-State, and some exhibition games before you get your season started in mid-November. Has Coach Johnson talked to you about if you're going to play in those games, or are you just going to sit down, rest, and make sure you're ready for the season opener? I know the biggest thing is to be able to even play those games. I got to be able to practice for 2 weeks at least all together without taking any breaks. So I'm pretty much just going to keep practicing, taking it one day at a time, and hopefully my ankle doesn't give me too much trouble that I can't keep going, because I know it's going to be practice is a lot longer than individuals was. So hopefully my ankle can tolerate it.
It's going to be a fairly young team this year. How's the team looking? I know it's early, but you got a lot of young guys, and you got to build some chemistry with each other.
So far it's looking pretty good. We got a lot of young guys, so the biggest thing is for the upperclassmen that get to hanging out with the young guys off the court, because I feel like that's the biggest way to build chemistry right there. But it's pretty much just depend on the upperclassmen to be leaders and show the young guys what to do out there on the court.
All right, the final question I have for you here today, what's the biggest thing that they're going to take from this? I mean, the injury happening to you. I mean, you were on pace to be the all-time leading scorer here at Fort Hays State University, and now you're going to have to work extra hard to get that honor. So what's the biggest thing that you're going to take from this injury and moving forward?
Like I said last year, I just want to be the best point guard that ever played at Fort Hays State. Yeah. The points really doesn't matter to me. All that matters is winning games. So I'm gonna do whatever it takes to lead our guys in the right position to win games at the end of the day.
Well, you're up there in assists and points, so that means a lot to you then.
Yeah, assists more than points, honestly.
Assists more than points. Mm-hmm. You're a point guard and you do a very good job, and it's good to see that the ankle's getting better. It's good to see you coming back to the court, and thank you, Craig, for sitting down with us. That's Craig Nicholson, point guard for the Fort Hays State Tigers. He's making his return back, so hopefully the humble Tiger will be back on the court and ready to go for Fort Hays State this winter.